Today we're going to talk about turnarounds. A turnaround for animation or comics is an image with multiple views of a character to be animated or drawn. It exists so that an artist can keep their character on model. It's extremely helpful to the artist. Typically the basic views included are 3/4 front, profile, 3/4 back, and back. I have here a model sheet I've been working on for a character named Thea. This model sheet is not yet final, but it does contain a lot of useful information. You can see that there is a structure-only pose that is not hidden by clothing. Right now I'm going to use that view to create some new arm poses. What I do is duplicate the arms and collarbone, then I transparency lock that layer and recolor it so it's easy to see. Then I lasso select one arm and bring it as close as I can to the pose I want to create. I then set up a vertical symmetry option and place that directly in the center of the character. This way everything I draw will duplicate exactly on the opposite side. I drew a quick little reference arm image to serve as a guide. Go ahead and draw your new raised arm and keep tweaking the reference arm as you go so that it works for you. The reason I work this way is to keep all the proportions consistent. Please be aware that making art like this that is perfectly symmetrical tends to look dead and unnatural, so it's not something I do often. But for occasions like this, when I'm making a turnaround, it's actually useful because you're going to keep adding more elements to your model sheet with the art that's already there. If you are basing poses off of flawed art, you're going to keep making flawed reference material, and that will cause compounded errors. You can see that I drew the face without the symmetry option on, so it's not perfect, and that's okay. I prefer imperfect humanistic art as it's much more natural and appealing. By the way, I did the same process again to create another raised arm pose between the first two. I adjusted the highest arms a bit as I went. This is really important to keep adjusting the model sheet as needed. I find that as I turn the character around, I notice flaws that I was blind to. Sometimes the character looks good in one angle, but as you turn it around, it looks bad, so you need to adjust the whole thing continuously. You will notice that right here, I updated the underlying body structure to the drawing with the clothes on, as she had an outdated body drawing. I started to rough out a few poses inspired by my storyboard thumbnails, mostly running poses or drawings of her looking up or down. I really needed to have some poses from the model sheet flipped, as simply visualizing them was taking up too much time and effort. So there we go, a profile and 3/4 pose, each facing screen right. So I sketched out a few more rough poses, and I got way too frustrated trying to draw some of the angles. I ended up drawing more up arm poses for the 3/4 front angle and a 3/4 back and back view of the head off screen. I wasn't happy with the first back head design, so I refined it. Here you can see the good version and the bad version. But the 3/4 back design is still following the bad design, so I am going to fix that up and show you how I go about making new views. I traced the head and neck on a new layer. I placed the ear where it should go. I traced the nose and slide it over to create a nice silhouette. I did this, I think, because I was concerned about the face looking bad, but I'm actually cheating this angle and it makes no sense. If this were a true 3/4 back drawing, the facial features would not peek out of the face edge like this. Realistically though, you won't even see the nose, mouth, or eye, as it's going to get all covered up with this big hair. So I'm just going to leave it for now. I zoom out a few times to place the rulers according to how I drew the hair in the back angle in order to update the 3/4 back design. So when I bring the new 3/4 back design and place it beside the old one, you can compare. I like the new one, which is purple, much better. What do you think? So I went back and updated the 3/4 back head angle as it was driving me nuts. I fixed the jaw, ear placement, and face outline. It's now a perfect reverse angle of the 3/4 front. Much better now. So this is what I've got so far with my Thea model sheet. If you found this at all helpful or enjoyed watching, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and keep going.